What's going on, BigTruckerB family? How y'all doing today? So, as you guys see from a video, I'm currently sitting right now. I should be rolling. I'll have a video up later on why I'm sitting. But anyway, so earlier I posted I shared a video from RVT, and I know you guys can say what you want, blah blah blah, but he actually had a pretty good video interview, and it's kind of an older video that he did with Andrew Yang, and they're talking about self-driving trucks, and I actually want to get into the topic of self-driving trucks today. So sit back and relax, and let's just jump right into it. The presidential debates. Man, you guys know that they have this whole thing now where they're trying to impeach Trump over a phone call to Ukraine. What a bunch of shit. And all Trump was doing was trying to get some dirt on Joe Biden's son, because Joe Biden's son's working for some oil company, gas company, and he has zero experience, but yet somehow he's getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and he's the board of directors, but with no experience whatsoever. Almost sounds like Wall Street in general. No, I mean, all the CEOs for these big companies don't really have a lot of experience anyway. But anyway, this isn't really about that. This is about a different presidential candidate coming out, and he's supposed to be for truck drivers, for the people. Now, I'm not endorsing him or saying go vote for him. I just found his video very enlightening, and it kind of made sense. And RVT, kudos to you, man. Like, the fact that you were able to get an interview with them, watching that whole, it was like 42 minutes, 43 minutes. I rarely can ever do, but I was very intrigued by it. The trucking industry these days has been on kind of a flip-flop level. You know, we got people creating these self-driving trucks, and according in the video, they're going to be here within 5 to 10 years. Now, I have said a lot of things, and I've been very, very against self-driving trucks. I'm so anti-self-driving truck, it's not even funny. But there has been a lot of people saying, oh, well, there's just no possible way that this truck can do this, this, and this. I had posted a video that Vice has up, and they copyright striked it, but then I refuted that, or challenged it, and got it. So thanks, Vice, for allowing me to use your video. But they had put out a video with one of the self-driving trucks creator down in Tucson, Arizona, talking about, well, we know what you guys are saying, and we are doing that. That's one thing that's stopping us, is like the weather, the traffic, the different things, and that's why they practice in certain areas. But I'm really curious to see how far they go. Now, we could go all day talking about the same things I've talked about over and over again when it comes to the truck driving industry and self-driving trucks. But one thing that they really focused on in that interview, and I haven't asked RVT for any permission to use his videos at all, or clips, so I'm not going to put it up here. But one thing that they had talked about is how the truck driving industry is not just about putting truckers out of work, how the self-driving truck driving industry, but it's going to be putting people out of truck stops out of work. It's going to be putting the basic, anybody at the restaurants, the motels, whatever, out of work. And it kind of, you never really realize how the grasp of where the society's going in trucking these days, and in America these days, until you really look at automation and how much work it's, you know, that it's taken away from everyday Americans. My question for you for the day, ladies and gentlemen of the TruckerB family, what would you do if your company called you tomorrow and said, hey, we don't need you no more. We just spent $500,000 on a truck that could do your job. And I mean fully do your job, from taking it to the shipper, receiver, all the way down to the unhooking. That's right. There's a lot of people saying, oh, well, they're only going to be doing it for until the last 50 miles or 30 miles or whatever, and then the driver has to take over. What are you going to do once the driver is no longer needed? If you look at like the train industry, there's always 2 people needed, but that's kind of a bigger haul, bigger set, a lot of safety. And don't you think that eventually, that in the truck driving industry, they can get rid of us, that we can easily be replaced. Right now, I think, in my opinion, you guys should start looking at going to school for technology, like engineering, because there could be a time, and most of you guys who are older, there could be a time when you guys won't even have a job. Us younger guys, I guess we're more worried about it, but the way I see it, it's kind of crazy, but capitalism is kind of screwing itself in a certain way. The market will always find a way to fix itself, but the way I see it is with all this technology taking over, creating self-driving trucks, creating farming animation, self-serving food. Like, if we don't have the jobs to spend money, how are we going to have the money to spend for capitalism? Thus, capitalism taking over government, thus creating communism. That's what I'm saying. Socialism, communism. I think Andrew Yang was actually one of those people that said one of his goals was to give everybody like an extra $500 a month, just in your pocket for whatever. And what it really boils down to is more taxes. So you're going to tax people that don't have a job due to automation. Now, unless they tax these giant big corporations, tons of money to make up for it, I can see that. And I'm not saying like, Bernie Sanders type shit. All I'm saying is, being a capitalist and wanting money, there's nothing wrong with it, but there's got to be some sort of limitation, because in the long run it can really screw you up and screw everybody up when it comes to succeeding in the truck driving, or just succeeding in America. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Take what you have now and enjoy it. Enjoy your job and start saving, because you never know. Tomorrow or 5 to 10 years from now, you might not have a job no more. Trucking and small companies will still be around until they're not. Until they're kind of faded out. Because everything at a certain point, it'll start like this and slowly just start fading away until it's full 100%. So enjoy the time you guys have. Enjoy the job you have. Be appreciative that you're working. That, there's a lot of issues in trucking, but because of our bitching and complaining, and because everybody else is bitching and complaining, that like, these big companies, they don't want to pay money out of their pocket to pay you, but we don't want to haul the loads, the freight either. So now it's kind of at a standstill, and now the capitalists, the big money makers, have the money to solve that solution, and that's coming with the self-driving truck. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you all for watching this video. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and if you guys enjoy talking about this kind of thing, please feel free to hit me up on an email if you guys ever want to talk about it on a live chat or whatever. Hit that bell icon for every time I upload, and I will see you all on the next video. Peace.